Hi everyone, I hope you're fine. Today we have 12 words that are often confused by English learners. So let's read them and answer these questions together. Okay, number 1. Do we say our hopes are raising or our hopes are rising? Which one is the answer? The answer is our hopes are rising. Do you know why? Let's look at their meanings. Rise means to move upward, okay? And it doesn't need any object. Object is the word that comes after the verb. And here we don't have any object. Look, yeah? So the answer is rising. But how about raise? Raise here, raise means to lift something or someone. So you need an object after that. For example, I say, raise your hand if you have a question. Yes? Raise your hand if you have a question. Here, your hand is the object. Now, number 2. Do we say we must do something to prevent such a thing happen again? Or we must do something to avoid such a thing happen again? What's the answer? We say we must do something to prevent such a thing happen again. Yes? Do you know why? Let's look at their meanings. Prevent, okay, imagine that something is happening, okay? You don't like to go there. This is called avoid. You avoid going there, okay? But prevent means that something is happening and you are there, okay? But you try to stop it, right? That's the difference. And here, something is happening. So you prevent such a thing happen again, right? Let me tell you an example with avoid. Oh, the important thing about avoid is that after avoid, you always have verb ing, okay? For example, I say, I avoid traveling in the rush hour. It's so tiring, right? I avoid traveling. After avoid, you have verb ing, okay? Number 3. Do we say, I advise you to see a doctor or I advise you to see a doctor? Which one is the answer? Yes, the answer is I advise you to see a doctor. Yes? Do you know why? Because advise with S is the verb and advice with C is a noun. For example, I say, she didn't listen to his father's advice. Yes? Here, advice is a noun. Did you get it? Now, number 4. Do we say, please remind me to call home or please remember me to call home? Which one is the answer? Yes, the answer is please remind me to call home. Do you know why? Because remember is when you don't want something to forget, okay? For example, I remember something, you remember something, but remind is when you help others or you tell others not to forget something, okay? For example, I may not remember something by myself, so I say, could you please remind me to do something? Like here, please remind me to call home, okay? Number 5, do we say, I'll lend you my car if you promise to drive carefully? My sentence is a little bit long. And or I'll borrow you my car if you promise to drive carefully. Which one is the answer? Yes, I'll lend you my car if you promise to drive carefully. Okay, do you know why? Actually, lend and borrow is very easy. Just imagine a library, okay? Library lends you some books and you borrow some books, yes? So borrow and lend, okay? Now number 6. It's noisy here. Let's find a quiet place or let's find a quiet place. Which one is the answer? Yes, Let's find a quiet place. I'm sure that you heard shh, be quiet. It means that to calm down, speak slowly, yes, be quiet. So here, quiet, yes, quiet, quiet. But quite means, for example, I say, I'm quite sure about it. It's the adverb and you usually use it before the adjective. I'm quite sure about it. It means that I'm completely sure about it. Okay? And it is written in this way. Look, quite, quite. We don't pronounce E here. Quite. I prepared 6 more sentences here that we can answer them together. Okay, let's read number 1. Do we say prices will be raised or prices will be risen by many shopkeepers? Which one is the answer? You know, rise, rose, risen. It's not risen, okay? Rise, rose, risen. And this one is the regular verb. Raise, raised, raised. Okay, so what's the answer? Do you remember that one of them needed an object? Which one? Yes, raise needed the object, yes? And do we have the object here? Yeah, will be plus past participle is the passive verb, yes? And here is our object. So we have the object. So the answer is raised. Prices will be raised by many shopkeepers. Okay, now number 2. I'm grateful to you for your... Oh, I didn't write this part. Now number 2. I'm grateful to you for your advice or advise. Which one is the answer? One of them is a noun and one of them is a verb. Yes? Here we need a noun. Which one is the noun? Yes, advice. So the answer is I'm grateful to you for your advice. Number 3. The police managed to prevent the crowd from moving forward, or the police managed to avoid the crowd from moving forward. Which one is the answer? The answer is prevent, yes? Now number 4. Can I lend your pencil or can I borrow your pencil? Do you remember I told you lend and borrow? Yes? Here it is, can I borrow your pencil? So the answer is borrow. Number 5. I should remind you that the exam is on Monday, or I should remember you that the exam is Monday. Here, somebody is helping another one, yes? Is telling another one to remember something. So the answer is remind. I should remind you that the exam is on Monday. We use the preposition on for days of the week. Don't forget that. And number 6, he hadn't quite finished or he hadn't quite finished his homework when I came in. Which one is the answer? Yes, quite. This one, quite, and we don't pronounce E, right? Thank you for watching this video, and please like it and send it to your friends if it is possible, because I started my page recently and I would really appreciate if you support me and like my videos. Thank you and bye for now.